If you're wondering which gaming tablets are worth your money, stick around. After we run through each product, I'll give you my personal take. Would I buy it or would I skip it? No fluff, just my honest opinion. Let's get into it. Xiaomi Pad 7 Pro. This beast rocks a Snapdragon 8S Gen 3 chipset and pushes Genshin Impact at a solid 60 frames per second on ultra settings, though it gets toastier than my ex's attitude at 38.4 degrees Celsius. The 144Hz display makes everything buttery smooth, but good luck finding cellular connectivity because, apparently, Xiaomi thinks we all live in Wi-Fi wonderland. Would I buy it? Yes, it's basically flagship performance without selling your kidney. And who needs cellular when you can just cry into your Wi-Fi router? Apple iPad Pro 11 M4. The M4 chip is so overpowered it makes other tablets look like they're running on hamster wheels, delivering zero lag in Minecraft while my previous iPad would stutter like a nervous teenager. Sure, it costs $999 and will drain faster than my motivation during gaming marathons, but at least it warms up just enough to keep your hands cozy. Would I buy it? Maybe. It's like buying a Ferrari to drive to the grocery store. Absolutely overkill, but damn does it feel good. Xiaomi Redmi Pad Pro. This budget warrior surprises everyone by actually running Genshin Impact, though you'll need to lower those graphics settings faster than I lower my standards on dating apps. The Snapdragon 7S Gen 2 does its best impression of a gaming chip, but at 571 grams, it'll make your arms more sore than a gym session after 30 minutes of gaming. Would I buy it? Yes. It's the gaming tablet equivalent of that friend who's broke, but still somehow manages to have fun at every party. Lenovo Legion Tab Gen 3. This compact gaming monster packs a Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 and hits 120 frames per second in most games, though it gets hot enough to cook an egg at 46.8 degrees Celsius. The 8.8-inch screen with 165Hz refresh rate is smooth as butter, but good luck using it one-handed because it's stuck in that awkward size limbo. Would I buy it? Yes. It's like having a gaming handheld that actually knows what it wants to be, unlike my life choices. Apple iPad 11th Gen, the A16 chip from 2022, still manages to run most games decently, proving that Apple's old hardware is like that reliable friend who never lets you down. However, you're stuck with a 60Hz display in 2025, which feels like watching Netflix on a potato compared to everything else here. Would I buy it? No. Paying premium prices for last generation specs is like buying expensive wine and mixing it with soda. Just wrong on every level. Samsung Galaxy Tab S9 FE+. This thing runs Genshin Impact at 60 frames per second on high settings like a champ, but don't expect it to look as crisp as your gaming PC because the graphics get more compressed than a YouTuber's apology video. The Exynos 1380 processor scores a pathetic 2,953 on 3D Mark Wildlife compared to the regular Tab S9's 14,831, which is like bringing a water gun to a Call of Duty match. Would I buy it? Maybe. It's decent for casual gaming, but feels like Samsung's way of saying, here's the budget option that won't completely embarrass you at LAN parties. Asus ROG Flow Z13 2025. This absolute unit packs AMD's Ryzen AI Max plus 395 with Radeon 8060S graphics that can actually run Cyberpunk 2077 at 56.6 frames per second on medium settings at native 1600p resolution, making it the first gaming tablet that doesn't make me want to throw it out the window. The 180Hz refresh rate on that 13.4-inch display is smoother than my pickup lines, but good luck finding games that actually support AMD's FSR 3.0 because most developers are still riding NVIDIA's dick. Would I buy it? Yes. It's basically a laptop disguised as a tablet and actually delivers on the gaming tablet promise without being a complete joke. Samsung Galaxy Tab S10 Plus, the Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 processor absolutely destroys its predecessor with a Geekbench 6 multi-core score of 7,026 and handles Genshin Impact on high settings while staying cooler than my ex's heart. Sure, it's more expensive than my monthly rent, but at least it can edit 4K video on CapCut without turning into a portable heater like most Android tablets. Would I buy it? Maybe. It's the best Android gaming tablet money can buy, but that price tag hits harder than student loan debt. OnePlus Pad 3, the Snapdragon 8 Elite processor scores 9,040 on Geekbench 6 multi-core, absolutely demolishing Samsung's Tab S10 FE+, like it's a mobile game ad claiming to be harder than it looks. The 12,140 mAh battery sounds impressive until you realize it only lasts 8 hours and 53 minutes, compared to its predecessor's 11 hours and 43 minutes, which is like upgrading your car but somehow getting worse gas mileage. Would I buy it? Yes. It runs AAA games like Genshin Impact beautifully, and the performance is so good, it makes other Android tablets look like they're running on potato power. Apple iPad Air M311-inch. The M3 chip exports 4K video in 5 minutes and 20 seconds, sitting right between the M1 and M4 like the middle child nobody talks about. And Genshin Impact runs smooth as butter on default settings. Crank up the graphics to maximum, and this thing starts stuttering more than me trying to explain my browser history. Definitely not hitting that consistent 60 frames per second Apple fanboys promised. Would I buy it? Maybe. It's a solid gaming tablet that won't completely destroy your wallet, but it's basically paying premium prices for last year's performance with this year's marketing. Huawei MatePad Pro 13.2 2025. This thing runs Mobile Legends on ultra settings and barely breaks a sweat, which is impressive until you realize it scores lower than my grandma's iPad in every single gaming benchmark. The Kirin 9000W chip tries its best but gets absolutely demolished by everything else on this list, scoring pathetic 42 frames per second in GFX Bench, while the iPad Pro laughs at 284 frames per second. Would I buy it? Maybe, if you enjoy beautiful hardware that performs like it's still living in 2019. Apple iPad Pro 13 M4. I've been gaming on this beast for hours, and it stays cooler than my ex's heart, making it probably the most comfortable gaming tablet you can buy right now. The M4 chip is so overpowered that even brand new games like Wuthering Waves run like a dream without breaking a sweat, though you'll pay more than a decent gaming laptop for the privilege. Would I buy it? Yes. Because when you want the absolute best gaming performance in a tablet, this thing makes everything else look like ancient relics. Microsoft Surface Pro 11, the Snapdragon X. Elite sounds fancy until you try to actually game on it, and half your Steam library refuses to even launch because of ARM compatibility issues. I spent more time troubleshooting games than actually playing them, with classics like Elden Ring straight up telling me to go screw myself because it doesn't support ARM hardware. Would I buy it? No, unless you enjoy the thrill of wondering whether your favorite game will work or crash spectacularly. Apple iPad Mini 7th Gen. This little pocket rocket surprised the hell out of me by running Assassin's Creed Mirage on high settings without stuttering, proving that size doesn't always matter. The A17 Pro chip punches way above its weight class, though the 8.3-inch screen makes you squint like you're trying to read the fine print on a sketchy contract. Would I buy it? Yes. It's basically a Nintendo Switch that doesn't suck. Perfect for gaming on the go without looking like you're carrying a laptop. Xiaomi Pad 7. The Snapdragon 8. Gen 3 lets me max out Genshin Impact at 60 frames per second, which is great until the tablet turns into a portable heater that could probably cook an egg. It handles Fortnite at epic settings like a champ, but good luck playing anything more demanding without watching your frame rates drop faster than my motivation on Monday mornings. Would I buy it? Maybe. It's solid for the price, but there are better options if you don't mind spending a bit more cash. Apple iPad Air M313-inch. This beast runs Genshin Impact at 60 frames per second on high settings like it's eating cereal for breakfast, but crank it to max, and it stutters, like at me trying to explain why I bought another tablet. The M3 chip is basically overkill for mobile gaming, which is like bringing a rocket launcher to a water balloon fight. But at least your Adobe Premiere exports finish in 5 minutes instead of making you question your life choices. Would I buy it? Yes. Because when you're dropping $800 on a tablet, you might as well get one that makes your MacBook jealous. Samsung Galaxy Tab S10 Ultra. This 14-inch monster can handle 120Hz gaming in PUBG Mobile. But good luck holding this 700-gram brick for more than 10 minutes without your arms filing a complaint. The MediaTek processor actually doesn't suck, which is more surprising than finding out your ex is doing well. But the battery life took a hit compared to its predecessor, like my motivation on Monday mornings. Would I buy it? Maybe. It's basically a portable gaming monitor that occasionally remembers it's supposed to be a tablet. Red Magic Nova. This thing has a literal 20,000 revolutions per minute fan inside it, making it sound like a tiny jet engine that's perpetually late for takeoff. But damn if it doesn't keep cool while running Zenless Zone 0 at max settings. The 144Hz display with 840Hz touch sampling makes your fingers feel like they're conducting a symphony, except the symphony is you getting absolutely destroyed in dead cells. Would I buy it? Yes, because nothing says I'm serious about mobile gaming like a tablet that needs its own cooling system. Samsung Galaxy Tab A9 Plus. This budget warrior runs Genshin Impact smoothly on medium settings, proving that sometimes the underdog can throw punches. But try pushing it to high settings and it'll lag harder than Internet Explorer loading a meme. At $220, it's cheaper than most people's monthly coffee addiction, but the graphics chip is about as powerful as a calculator trying to run Crysis. Would I buy it? Maybe. It's like that friend who's not the prettiest but has a great personality and won't bankrupt you. Huawei MatePad Pro 12.2 2025. This tablet has a gorgeous tandem OLED display that makes everything look like a movie, but good luck gaming when you realize it doesn't have Google Play Store and you're stuck with Huawei's app selection, like being trapped in a parallel universe. The 144Hz refresh rate is smoother than my pickup lines, but trying to install your favorite games feels like solving a Rubik's Cube blindfolded. Would I buy it? No, because what's the point of having a Ferrari if there are no roads to drive it on? Thanks for watching. I hope this video helped you pick the gaming tablets for you. If you have any questions, drop a comment below. Links to all of these products mentioned in this video will be in the description.